Yeah, turn it down. I ain't finna get copyrighted. Yeah, I'm just so upset right now. I'm sitting here and I'm in total disbelief of what's going on in the St. Louis community. I just sat here and watched this baby. Uh, hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to get off of this part. Choose tab cancel. I just said. Okay, I just said her. I'm ready. Go and slide your shoes on. I just said her. Go ahead, do what you do. I just sat here and watched this mother um on her page that I went to school with straight sad because of the fact that her baby can't graduate. And y'all, if you ain't a single parent and ain't never been through nothing, you don't even understand the meaning of watching your kids walk across the stage. So a lot of people ain't gonna understand that, how a mother feel about something like that. And I just feel like I just been over here just like crying because I can hear the little boy saying like we done slept in our cars just to get up and come to school every day. Just because I know how bad these school districts play with your kids. And as a parent, you really have to sit there and advocate for your kids. That's what made me really, really sad. Like, ain't nothing disappointed me this year like the St. Louis Public School District. And I'm standing on that. In St. Louis County, y'all need to clean it up all the way around the board. I don't care what it is. Y'all need to get some rules intact of what goes and what doesn't go. Y'all need to let the parents know ahead of time because a lot of us parents don't be knowing what's going on until it's going on right then and there. Like if it's a 10-day suspension, if your child got a 10-day suspension, he graduated 48 hours. He got a 10-day suspension in October. Why are y'all just telling the parent this 48 hours before graduation? This don't even make no sense. And I say all that to say because, like, what's really going on now? Like, we don't have no structure in the St. Louis community. And that's why I'm so ready to exit up out of here because what's going on, St. Louis County? What's going on, St. Louis Public School? What is going on? If it wasn't a fighting this year, you had to go through the teachers not being there this year. Now I'm hearing parents saying they kids finding out they not graduating 48 hours before the graduation. Is that really a fair deal? Like, let's be real. As a child, would you want to find out you're not graduating, or it ain't even not you're not graduating? Because some people still get their diploma, they just don't get to walk across the stage. But as a child, I've seen when I graduated during rehearsal, kids actually getting pulled out of the graduation line the day of. That's sad. Who wants to find out in front of all your peers, all your teammates that y'all call us, that we not graduating together? That I just don't feel like it's a fair. It's not fair. If y'all got rules on suspensions or whatever, the year of graduation, that should be known and sent out to the parents that first day of school. So the parent, if the parent didn't agree with all of the stimulations and everything, they can pull their kid out. But because y'all sit there and y'all got so many rules, I just sat here and watched the kid get suspended this school year alone. My son in the 8th grade, probably at least 8 times, and then jump all 8 times they jump somebody, and y'all still let them come back. So for y'all to sit there and let this lady son not graduate, tell him 48 hours before time that he can't graduate, it's messed up. All this is messed up. And what is St. Louis School, public school doing? Nothing about it. Why are y'all not doing nothing about this? It's not fair to the parents, it's not fair to the grandparents, and it's definitely not fair to the child. He got suspended in October. If I get suspended in October, that's damn near the beginning of the school year. How does that affect my graduation? How does that affect that? These schools need to be held accountable. I can't stress that. These parents need to be held accountable. It's a lot of stuff going on right now in the St. Louis public school district, county, city, all type of stuff. It's just so much going on right now because of gentrification, and we don't even know where to start. For one, we need to rewrite a lot of these rules that they got going on, because that's, guess what, you dealing with a different type of ethnicity. And I don't know if I'm saying it right. You just dealing with a different type of group of kids now. So a lot of rules need to be rewritten. A lot of things need to be redone. A lot of situations need to be relooked at. You dealing with different parents this day and time. You're not dealing with the 2009 parents. You're dealing with today's parents. You're dealing with today's kids. You're dealing with today's technology. Take all these old rules out of here and let's redo them. That's what they need to be doing in the St. Louis County Public School District. Let's redo all these rules that y'all got. Because it's really sad that a child today had to watch his mother be arrested because she came up there concerned about her child, and y'all just telling him he can't walk. And like she said, he didn't care when he couldn't go to prom. That didn't bother him. He didn't care when he couldn't go to homecoming. That didn't bother him. But you gonna take away the one day that's really most important to a lot of family members as well as the child. What are we doing here? That's not going to affect the school. Now I can see if he a disruptive child. I can see if he uh come to school every day and he, or he didn't come to school or something like that. But you got a child that graduated with all his credits. He only got suspended 10 days in the beginning of the school year. And you finna sit here and tell me he shouldn't be able to walk? He shouldn't be allowed to walk the stage with his peers because of a 10-day suspension. It's a lot of things that we're gonna have to redo. I even tried to talk to the warden of Hazelwood. I told him, I said, stop sending these kids home and start building a volunteer service. Well, it's really a volunteer service, but it's really an act of what you got to do if you suspended or kicked out of school or ISS. Start making these kids hit the community and clean up their own community. That'll make them not want to get sent home from school. But instead, these principals want to send these kids home constantly, and now they turn up the neighborhood. Idle time just means that you just gonna be out here doing whatever. Instead of y'all just making sure that our kids good and getting them in a program where they can either learn how to do something, paint, cut grass, anything. Buy some lawnmowers over the summer. Instead of sending these kids home, say, no, since your suspension start for 30 days, you got to meet me at this building for 30 days. And you're going to clean up, pick up trash, do whatever. Do them just like y'all do the prisoners. Do them like y'all do the jail people. But instead, we keep giving this youth another chance. And that's why they off the chain like they is too. That's really why they off the chain like this. But yeah, I'm coming live because I just been sitting here just to hear that baby voice. Just to hear his voice sit there and say that, they had been struggling that year just to get up and come to school. I feel like somebody, a superintendent, somebody should be able to accommodate that family if anything, understanding why that is such a harsh, since it's a harsh, I can't even think of the word, since they got to go through what they going through right now, since that's such a harsh consequence, that's the word I'm looking for, on why this baby can't graduate. Since he can't graduate, I feel like the superintendent, the principal, somebody should be able to come up with a good reason on why this child can't walk across the stage. They should. And I feel like his whole situation should be reviewed. Every child is not the same. Every family is not the same. And that's where the school district need to start going wrong. They went wrong at, because y'all treating everybody the same and everybody not going through the same stuff. You don't know what this child challenges was this year. Now I could see if he was just a child that just disturbance, you just didn't want to deal with him this year. He just been a nuisance to the building. But you talking about a child and a mother that clearly is distraught. Clearly distraught. And all I'm saying to myself is, Lord, please don't let me have to go through this. I'm like the song, Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood, because for mine, I'm going to jail too. I'm going to jail too. Because I'm up there causing a problem, not only because I want to know why, I'm up there causing a scene and want a little news up there, because why is it you telling me this 48 hours before it's supposed to happen? Before the event. Like she said, he already dealt with the harsh reality of not going to prom. That's a big event. He already had dealt with the harsh reality of not going to homecoming. That's a big event. He probably wasn't even allowed to go to any of the school events, period, this year. Basketball games and everything. That's a big event in a child life. You just cut his whole senior year out, and now you're going to cut the most important thing out of it for a 10-day suspension? Can the school at least release a statement on what the 10-day suspension, like what did that 10-day suspension cause to where he wasn't able to graduate? And why is any suspension a cause of not graduating? Anything can happen at any moment. These kids, we dealing with a whole different type of kid this day and time. These kids be fighting for no reason. You got teachers fighting kids. You don't ever know what might have caused any reason. If that was the case of the school saying, if you fought this year and you was a senior, you're not graduating or walk across the stage. That rule need to be balled up and thrown out. Whoever just came up with that rule this year or last year or whatever, throw that rule away, because you don't know what's going to happen. These teachers don't even know what's going to happen day to day. They wake up in the morning praying that the school year over. So how y'all going to sit there and put all that on these kids? I'm speaking from a parent point of view only. I'm not a teacher. I've never been a principal. I don't even know what it would take to be a principal. I would love to be one, because some of these kids would be getting snatched up daily by me. I feel like the principals want two in the office, and that the principals ain't walking around the school doing what they used to do. The principal didn't used to play with the kids. Y'all play with these kids nowadays, and I feel that about the teachers too. You got teachers that sit there and let people do this and play in their hair and all that. Then when the other student come in there and do the same stuff, they want to be mad. I've seen teachers like that. I've been a student, and I've also seen students from the other point of view of being a teacher. I just sit up there. I used to be one of the kids that sit up there and talk to the teacher. Know the teacher's schedule, know what she doing after school, what her husband be cheating on and all that. I was this student. But what I'm telling y'all is, we need to get this together, St. Louis Public School District. We do. It's sad. It's uncalled for. And it's just all around the board ridiculous. It's all around the board ridiculous. You heard the pain. Now this baby is traumatized because he got to watch his mother get locked up. After he just got told 20 minutes before he ain't graduate for a 10-day suspension. Where did we go wrong at with our communities? For real, when I talk to people in their 50s and 60s, I never heard some of this stuff. They had activists, they had community leaders, they had people that stood up for them, they had unions. School had unions. It not like a real union at work, but like the school had a union counselor, union this. What do we need for our black kids to succeed nowadays? I feel like they doing anything to keep our black kids back now. Now you suspended, now you can't graduate. Wow. That's pretty deep. So y'all just gonna do anything to keep out. First, y'all took cursive out of the classrooms. And anybody who watching this know I'm not lying. First, y'all took cursive out of the classrooms for our kids. So our kids don't know how to sign a check. Our kids can't go to no bank and get no jobs. Our kids can't go be no teacher because they don't even know how to sign their fucking name. Then y'all turn around and y'all want to sit here and any little thing they do, they can't graduate. Our kids supposed to be dumb and slow forever. Y'all don't even see what they doing. We as a community don't even see what the whole the world is trying to do is hold us back even more. So now your kid don't got no high school diploma. You really screwed around, huh? This is a mess. This is a mess, y'all. This is a mess. Now y'all finding any reason for the kids to not graduate. You looked at the teacher wrong. I just heard so much this year about not being able to go to prom, not being able to go to graduate, all this type of stuff. Little girl did a senior prank, which was wrong. She the only one who being held accountable. She's the only one out of all the kids that was involved in the prank. She's the only one being held accountable. Now she can't graduate. This happened at Norby. Now we going all the way to Ridner, and now we got parents getting locked up at Ridner because they just finding out they kid can't graduate. Work like it's just getting out of hand, and it's sad. I had to come live today and just like tell y'all for real, like this shit getting sad. I done gave up. I'm right here in Hazelwood, and I done gave up on Hazelwood District. The Hazelwood District been so horrible and terrible towards me this year. My son done had his fights. So as a parent who didn't sit there and watch my own son, not be able to graduate. He's going to the next grade, but he got cheated out of graduate because somebody tried to jump him. And I'm supposed to allow that to happen as a parent. How do you tell your child that that's okay? He done got cheated out of so much this year. He got cheated out of 8th grade dance because he was put out this year. He got cheated out of graduation. And everybody that I tried to talk to from Hazelwood didn't have nothing to tell me. I went to board of education meetings. I went to a lot of stuff. And nobody ever could sit there and tell me what was needed, what I needed to do to be for my son to be successful so he could go to all these events. But the bullying is not being dealt with in these communities. Y'all know these communities getting worse and worse, and y'all not even dealing with the bullying. Let's start there. Y'all know the community getting worse and worse, and y'all not even gonna deal with the bullying that is here present on the scene of the school grounds. You got kids that really go home and play with guns. They putting this shit on Instagram, and I have seen parents in the office showing pictures of guns. Kids that's in there right now with pictures of guns, and they not sending these kids home. They not calling parents. They not sending them home. They not kicking them out the district. They not doing nothing but letting them come right back into school and terrorize your child. Your child who there to get their education. This is a mother who just went through that this year. Now this a baby who out of school. I got a child that I got to do 14 going to high school, got to do 4 more years. He got to do 4 more years in school. And this is where we at already, at a child who already, done with school. So what's to come for me? A parent who after a mother like that. This should be affecting if this conversation not in every parent household, mama, cousin, sister Tracy, auntie, cousin, if this not in every household right now, this is affecting our future. Because you know how many kids are going to be fighting next year? Because that's all these kids do. It's like a tree. So you mean to tell me we're going to have 20 more of these incidents next year? Because she not going to be the first, and she damn sure ain't going to be the last parent going through this shit. I'm disappointed. And that's why I think my decision done been made about a lot of stuff, especially about St. Louis. And I know this could go on anywhere, but it's just like St. Louis County School District, get this shit together. For real. Like, where do it stop at? Where do this stop at? Start holding these parents accountable, and I'm for sure finna start holding these county schools accountable. Cause it's getting out of hand and it's ridiculous. Y'all don't know how to communicate. But with that being said, I'm gone, y'all.